very similar to nose knocks. You can sometimes find a little hitch or a knock in someone's S. The example that I gave of nose knocks previously was also in an S, but this is something a little bit different. Let's take a listen and see what it is.
Снова вся слава Велу.
It's right here when she says Slava. This click right here is what we're looking at. Let's hear it one more time.
Снова вся слава Велу. Слава.
This is another thing that I frequently will ignore, but to me it's a little more egregious than the nose knock example. So what can we do? We can, as always, try to mouth declick it. All right, that did nothing. It usually is not able to detect this. Sometimes if you really grab the perfect frequency, okay, it actually got rid of quite a bit of it there.
Вся слава Велу.
But I can still hear it. Let's try what we tried other times. We can start with the attenuate. I'm going to do before waiting to grab this little section as my reference. All right, let's see what that did.
Вся слава Велу. Снова вся слава Велу.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
Вся слава Велу.
I am still hearing a very tiny click. I'm going to close my eyes and listen just to make sure.
Снова вся слава Велу.
Okay, it's so minor. It might just be myself thinking I can hear something. So that actually is pretty decent. However, one thing I don't like is if we see this little dip in frequency energy here that we've created. Not a huge deal, but I would still rather keep this consistent with its energy heat. All right, so let's highlight all of that and go with the replace module again. In this case, we're going to do before waiting and keep the surrounding region pretty tight. Now let's hear.
Вся слава Велу. Снова вся слава Велу.
So it's very difficult to hear, but we could also see right here is a frequency smear, and that is not something we want. So that little sound, which was originally, we've really screwed that up. So that's not working out so hot. So what can we do about that? Well, I don't know if this is going to work, but usually if I find one of these little clicks, let's give a larger surrounding region when using the replace module.
Снова вся слава Велу.
That sounds a lot better. All right, let's see if we can go a little bit farther.
Снова вся слава Велу. Вся слава Велу.
This right here is still smeared a little bit, but I think that sounds pretty decent. I don't think anyone would be able to notice. Just for sake of testing, let's go ahead and make the before and after weighting equal.
Снова вся слава Велу.
That does not sound great.
Снова вся слава Велу. Снова вся слава Велу.
I really like that. So even if the content after is pretty sketchy and does not look like an S at all, then it's still worth just giving a shot for having before and after weighting be relatively equal, but you don't want to use a very large surrounding region because the more you start to grab this content, the less it's going to sound how you want it usually.
Снова вся слава Велу.
Yeah, it's starting to really grab content from before and after and mix it in, which is not what we want. One last thing we'll look at real quick. If, I don't even know if this works. Okay, so if this click was in the middle, I definitely prefer using the replace module and think that that sounds the best. I don't even know what this is going to sound like now that I've moved this click. Let's check it out.
Снова вся слава Велу.
So now the click is right in the middle. So using the replace module once again.
Снова вся слава Велу.
Completely indistinguishable. And there's another thought. If you have a click that's over on the side and you really can't fix it, it's kind of a janky solution, but try cutting it somewhere else and fixing it there, or potentially just cutting it and not putting it back. But because I cut it from here and moved it here and then used replace, it stitched together a whole new part of the S for me, which is making the S sound very smooth.
Снова вся слава Велу.
And that's actually the version I'm going to keep.